wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to QuestJunkiesUK. Welcome back to Wild Space, up on the Rock of Brawl, as we rejoin our Out of the Abyss adventurers once more. Last time we were here, they were enjoying the leisurely experience of wandering around the markets and shops of the Rock of Brawl, enjoying all of the wonderful produce of the wild space and multiverse that was at their disposal. They got themselves some spell components and some potions and a giant space hamster and yeah, all the essentials. They are now on their way through the city up there, hanging in space in the wake of the beautiful Salune. And they... Hey, thanks for the inspiration. Actually, Kraken, everyone already has inspiration. Sorry, I just had to jump over here. And here is our other adventurer. So, everyone, sorry, bear with a second. We're going to play some musical chairs, probably.
Musical chairs.
Musical chair time.
Wait for it.
Anastasia, please. I didn't even do anything yet. What are you talking about?
Okay. Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's sass or
shift.
genuine.
Hey, sorry.
Anastasia, please. I didn't even do
bear with us,
anything
folks.
yet.
Do some. Get Mike out of the GM chair, because that's just going to be bad news.
I don't know what you mean. This sounds like a fantastic
Oh,
time. I mean, all right. So, Buns. Corbin gets advantage for like the rest of the session on any skill check. I don't care what it is, just whatever you want, you get advantage.
Someone stop him.
Flavor it to me in a way that makes sense, you guys.
Right?
Don't even flavor it.
We have two Anastasias. That's cheeky.
Do it!
Whoa.
No.
Simulacrum's back.
Double the Anastasia.
No.
We've already dealt with double, and I don't think he ever wants to do that again.
But how else will I have hot bodyguards? I was down for that.
Exactly.
I was down.
But we like Corbin. Corbin, come back. Corbin, come back.
Corbin, come back.
Listen, I got the components. She's coming back.
There you
She's
go.
got to
Okay.
plan this.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Kraken. I will, on this rare occasion, because of overlay shenanigans, give Anastasia a second crystal. Super inspiration.
It's for the simulacrum.
Actually, yeah, fuck it, Kraken. Yeah, this once off. Please, everyone, keep your dream pies until they are out of crystals. But for this one occasion here, and Kraken, thank you for the message as well, by the way. Anastasia, you may expend your crystal and choose once and once alone to roll 3 dice and take the highest.
Oh, shit.
What have you done?
No, I think like on average that's better for me than Anastasia rolling twice with advantage. Like once with super advantage is probably.
I was gonna say I could have one for the simulacrum.
What's a simulacrum? Sorry, too soon. Now,
Wow. Way to put that simulacrum on ice.
so
Put
different.
that simulacrum back where it came from, or so help me.
Meanwhile, we shift out into wild space, out in the gravity well of the Rock of Brawl, and just the droplets of water are slowly conglomerating and joining together like freaking T-1000, like bloop, bloop, bloop. Flowing across the floor to each other.
Love that for her.
Slowly becoming the Iron Giant.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember why I didn't like this music. It's got that annoying pitch in the background. There's just that in the background of it, which is weird. No more. Okay. So, difference. Ominous. Ominous music. You, as I say, are making your way through the streets of the Rock of Brawl once more, surrounded as before with the wondrous array of peoples that are populating the spaces in between our little balls of gravity. And you are making your way from the Great Market, where you found the pens of giant space hamsters, and, intriguingly, Rothe, a type of hairy cattle, not dissimilar to our fabulous Highland cows in the UK.
I got burgers up here.
Very good.
But usually found only in the Underdark. So that was a curious sighting. And you are making your way with Glabagul, your plasmoid friend, who you originally met as a gelatinous cube back in the depths. And actually, let me jump over to the map here. Oh, I've almost forgot. Zakan had a religious experience, communing with an avatar of Selune. Sorry, of
usual stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
When you're a celestial being, it just kind of happens.
That's
It's a Tuesday.
Celestial's gonna
Like
celestial.
specifically looking for like your number neighbor. It's like, hey guy, here's some messages for ya.
Depending on the
Buns.
day, I'd either be so funny or so mad. It's just like, hey, number neighbor. I'm like, fuck off.
Who are you?
Speaking
You're
of
just the immediate reaction. Give who are you?
Speaking of celestial manifestations, the Spore Jesus is particularly vibrant today. What's your shrooms? Your shrooms are positively
Your
radiant.
shrooms be shrooming.
Right, my shrooms is shrooming. I put the fun guy.
Did you do something new with your shrooms?
With your shroom.
The last bodies we had extra calcium because they were very bone dense.
They do have an extra Pokeshroom for their new purchase of miniature,
Can you
not miniature,
friend?
sorry, full on.
Right
giant
now
space
we're going full like the Pikachu's like they don't want to get in the ball. I'm trying to gain trust, or I get a puffin.
Did I tell you guys like I made like a mechanic like to roll for the temperament of each of those, like and I rolled,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
and I rolled. I said like D20 and I just quartered it, so it was like 1 to 5 was like an asshole. 6 to 10 was would do the job, but was not great. And then
Pull an old Charizard on me. Like
11 to
I'm gonna
15.
do it, but I'm
Oh.
complaining the whole time.
11 to 15 was pretty good, and then 16 plus was just over the top. And
What
But then the Disney princess
I
came in.
get?
yeah.
What did we get?
Well, it was going in order. It was going up one by one. Because you got the asshole, and then you got the
Oh,
the
okay,
one that was
that's how
okay
that
but
went.
kind of
No.
depressed.
I thought
And
you were
then-
just pulling that.
and then
I was
you,
like, go ahead with your improv. I was down.
you settled. Because the dice was just rolling it each time, and then you sold it. And then you were sold on the one that was fine. So we never got to see if the dice was actually going to give us all of them in a row. We missed out on the hyperactive like overachiever.
Hey, we accept good
One that
enough
is-
here.
Yeah, absolutely.
One that is just ready to go and is basically just the Prince Eric of hamsters. Is like, oh, that's what we doing now? Okay.
Ready to
It
square
may not
up,
be that
ready to
skilled,
go.
but
I mean, yeah, you gotta think about it. All the other Disney princesses were always like, what's happening? Prince Eric was like, oh, we're stabbing a boat into a giant octopus lady. All right.
Whatever my
Like,
Pookie
cool.
wants.
Whatever my Pookie wants. I got you, Pookie.
Lex, I would like you to ignore chat, please. Okay. Do not take
Immediately
any hints or
Wait,
advice
what's
from no backseating for the chaos, please.
What
the
chat?
voices in your head.
The voices. What are they doing? Lexi over there trying to calculate how much damage they're doing. The voices.
The universe. It's singing to me.
It's singing to me.
Don't know if y'all play Overwatch, but
So I watched on Dropout. I watched their like cutting room floor like outtakes from the previous Make Some Noise season, and the one of the players, like, he did this thing like all the way through the season, like the 3 times that he was on, he would say something in place of his buzzer, and it sounded like he was just saying these silly things every time. But then in the outtakes episode, they revealed that they had discovered after the fact that they had all been quotes from the old Star Fox game, It's
Oh.
it's great.
That's hilarious.
Anywho, so yes, you are making your way along Grand Street, this central, large thoroughfare here, enjoying the sights of the Rock of Brawl, as huge pack animals come lumbering by, other giant space hamsters laden with goods, little penguin-like Doloir merchants, the large hippo-like Gif crumping along, the chittering Threkreen with their insect-like bodies and multiple arms, and space elves and dwarves and gnomes making their way around, all sorts of folks, including auto gnomes as well, clanking on by from time to time. And you pass through the city and over to the top left corner there, which we can just make out the lesser market. And it is on the outskirts of said lesser market that Glabagul takes you to the dingy establishment of one frictionless Dan. It's difficult to peer through the windows, kind of smoky with age, but you can see flickering lights and bubbling potion bottles, as it seems that this merchant who you glimpsed on the docks with their souped up banishment ray gun that they were trying to bring to help you with your drow matriarch problem. But you're going to see that there's all sorts of interesting and curiosity, tempting doodads and whatchamacallits and gadgets in this store. Pushing through, a bell rings on the door as you pass inside, and you see arcane objects as the swish of a beaded curtain kind of damply sounds as another plasmoid just kind of morphs through the beaded curtain, through the gaps in between the bead, so like through, as opposed to pushing through it. And we see once again the fabulous, infamous Frictionless Dan. Here he is, aka Daniel Khan. Ignore that bit.
No, it's canon now.
Hey Grim, give me an explanation. Dan in chat with you.
Yeah.
Everyone, do check out the Real World Dan Khan and all of the amazing stuff that he does. Amazing. They have a new book just out. And this is a this is an NPC created on Phoenix Uaki, and this art existed the next day. Happened very quickly. And Glabagul greets them. It's like, Dan, it is good to see you. I have brought some friends. They are in the market for items and also looking for information. And Frictionless Dan says, yeah? What can I do you for?
Well, we're going to find ourselves in a rather messy battle between very powerful demon lords. Anything that might help with that would be wonderful.
Plasmoid service kind of furrows a little bit.
Got any
concern.
nukes?
Got any nukes?
Got any grapes?
Yeah, that's how Corbin would have just like walked up. Got any nukes?
He doesn't have eyes, but please insert any side eye gif that you like, because his eyes like flicker to Anastasia and back again. It's like
Besides me.
From appearances, it seems you already have quite the arsenal. I'm slowly regrowing my ship.
I'm sorry. I
That was,
didn't think it
that
was
was
gonna be
Dan's
that-
ship. One of Dan's ships.
Hey now. I've gone over this twice. I helped that ship grow back. You go stop. Stop denying my heritage. I helped that ship grow back, damn it.
It's like, that's why we're still talking. All
I know.
friendly like.
I love you.
Buy me some, what was it called? Spaham?
Spaham.
Buy me a Spaham burger first. Go, jeez.
Ah.
Oh, I could go for a burger right now. God damn.
Otherwise, we're just browsing.
Yeah.
That's it. And this information?
Quest.
I don't speak that
Thank
language.
you.
It's dusty in here.
It's Dusty.
How do you do that? It's you could have dust in the sky.
Space don't even be dusty like that.
Does Corbin have a giant space hamster allergy? No.
Oh, that'd be so
No.
funny.
Not funny.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
They would do it too. You sit there like, okay, guys.
I've known
Suddenly
so
I
many
have to
people
take- I
who are
have
like
to take
allergic to cats.
The drunk master
You
subclass.
switch subclasses. Yeah.
Face gets all
Yes.
puffy.
I got
Be a
so
single cast
fucking-
of wish to invent Benadryl.
Yeah.
I'm an
Is that-
artificer.
Not cure the
yes.
allergy.
Jacked up on fantasy Benadryl.
Daddy,
Is that the
just-
spores talking? What the hell is going on?
Right, my spores are.
Corbin gonna invent D&D purple drink.
Not lean.
I did not. But thank you. Oh, please. I can't go close to alcohol.
Oh, this is a mistake.
Wizards alcohol. Yeah, we'll have
Pictures-
like.
pictures-
You have
says-
Benadryl?
I'm a busy man. If you...
Right, I'm sorry. We're still getting used to like the really thin air up here. It's a little off-putting. We're still getting used to it. But no, do you have any ultra powerful weapons that could possibly do damage to a deity-like object? We kind of weren't kidding about that one.
Yeah, I
And
don't
also,
make jokes.
which Zakan really doesn't. You don't want to mess with Zakan's sense of humor. We also would like to get home if possible, to not only fight these demons, but transport any weapons of mass destruction not named Anastasia back with us.
Or we could just summon all the demons in space.
Like, Dan,
Oh my God.
Dan looks concerned. He's like, "You're leaving Anastasia here?"
No, Anastasia's coming with us.
Oh,
But
Hugs
Anastasia needs to
no.
I'm just saying, Anastasia is a more refined weapon of mass destruction than your inventory. It must be handled with great care.
look.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I mean, my insurance premium couldn't cut anything else. No.
I don't think your fleet could cover that insurance.
Okay, very well, very well. Now,
Do demon lords need to breathe? Would summoning them into space cut a lot of wet work?
nah, not that easy, I'm afraid.
Uh,
But yeah, a lot of the places they're from, the atmosphere is much worse. Now, where's home?
I feel like as a unit, we all just point down. Look at the
Well,
There's
where we
also-
left was
We gotta be specific about it. This region.
There are portals and ways of traveling.
Could you focus in on this and kind of send us to wherever this came from? It's a bit of the purple worm.
Mm.
That way we would be put back down in the Underdark. And technically we're look, the only other option is is this bit
Yeah,
of
do you have
the
anything
blood
from
I got
Menzo
from
Baranzan?
Menzo from the lady from Menzo Barazin. I
He's
did
like-
take some blood.
He like shakes his head. He's like, ugh.
Why do you have
Just-
some of her blood?
Reminded me of
Changeling things.
the last surface dwellers that I dealt with up here.
Mm-hmm.
I sent them to grab some megapede eggs for me, similar to purple worms, but nasty stuff.
Okay.
They barely scraped through. They jettisoned that thing into space, actually. That was the Candlekeep Mysteries crew when they came up in the tower that got launched into space. Which is now the other space station in orbit around Toril now, which is the library, which is a Candlekeep tower.
Yes.
He's like, look, these things live in the Underdark, don't they?
Yes.
And he kind of side glances to Glabagul. If you have the coin or information of equal value, recent discoveries in the vastly unexplored tunnels of this rock should do the trick. If you don't mind going home, he says to you, Kayla.
Well,
There is a portal between here and the drow city of Menzo Baranzan.
why didn't you lead with that? Is it possible to... Do we have to sneak in? Is that why you're telling
No.
us now? Or
It would be ill-advised. No, the people that run it are particularly deadly and do not mess around. One of the more recent vending cartels here on the rock. We've got some new goods. I don't know if you saw the mushrooms in the market or the rothe in the animal pens.
Oh, we saw.
There is
Mr. Frick's on the stand.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say
Mr.
there is a group called Bregan Death who have recently joined our little economic community.
We're familiar.
Well, they've set themselves up and created a bit of a base for themselves in a part of the tunnels that they cleared out.
They sure do get around.
Very opportunistic and adaptable organization.
Not unfriendly, like you said, for the right trade.
True. And Glabagul says their leader will be most interested to hear developments up here as regards the politics of Menzo Baranzan.
That might be changing soon.
Just broach the subject gently.
Mm-hmm.
She was Jarlaxle's sister.
Hmm.
Oh,
Were they
fuck.
close?
Kalo? roll me a history check, Kalo. See how much you know about the Bayon Ray in-house politics.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, like, just off of just their interactions with Jarlaxle, quote unquote, alone, that triggered something in him. But if we're looking to roll, that's a 24.
Nice. You are quite intimate with your knowledge of Jarlaxle. as Bragan Death took over the ruins of your family house after you were disgraced, destroyed, and exiled.
Different intimate.
Yes. You're not the normal intimacy you assume with Jalaxel.
Halo?
And
Yeah, I'll judge.
Stephen, sorry for any Dragon Heist traumatic flashbacks.
Oh no, don't do that.
Stephen and Michael got royally fucked by Jalaxel in Dragon
There's the
Heist.
Tabaxi just sharpening a knife on a boat somewhere, throwing them at like a picture.
You might say they've found themselves new quarry to hunt. Yes, Jalaxel stole the money from Stephen and Michael's
The
characters.
Dragon Heist.
The Dragon Heist, yes.
And then
But
we
what happened
stole
after
it
that,
in
Michael?
Baldur's Gate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mike's character
we
in Baldur's
fucking
Gate
stole
stole Jalaxel's submarine, which had the gold
Sorry,
on board.
Stephen.
But I can't have a hat.
All's well that ends poorly for Jarlaxle.
He
That's
could be
what I always
bald
say.
and cold. But no, now he's warm and has a hat. Can't have nothing.
Buns, I'm sorry, you do not get to say it. I don't think I've given any player anywhere near as much as Corbin has in this game.
Will you stop taking my whining seriously? You
I know.
spoil me rotten.
Like, vice versa, vice
I
versa.
don't think they know.
Okay.
How much of that information
Hey,
worth to Jarlaxle if we take it for the hat?
That will be Corbin's greatest heist. There will be an entire one shot of Corbin trying to get this fucking hat.
I can either help
After-
you get home to save the world, or I can give you my hat.
And also,
Corbin, stop
Corbin.
thinking about it. Okay.
I hope everyone enjoys the name of the submarine. It is called, it is the Scarlet Marpenoff. Marpenoff
Scarlet
being the 10th month of the Faerunian calendar.
And for those who take historic inspiration at home, Scarlet Mumpanoth is literally Red October.
That's what I'm just saying.
It's the hunt for Red October.
I think it was probably those events that made Jalaxel paranoid enough to be so like even clasping onto his own hat. It's just like nothing more. So anyway, yes, Caleb, Jalaxel and Bragan Death are headquartered in Mensabaranzan in the ruins of your house. Which is in the module. They are headquartered in the ruins of a lost household's house. I just made it Kalos. for a little connection there. And
Fucking squatters.
and you know that Jalaxel has no love for his sister, and with everything that's about to happen, if you bargain with him about everything that's about to get shook up and everything that's about to happen and what has happened already, Anastasia,
I don't know nothing.
still. I think
Opportunistic group.
Corbin was sneezing from the smoke that's still like haze over the Rock of Brawl.
I got bits of matron in my sinuses.
Oh!
Yeah, fucking dusted.
Woo! No. I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say, but if I had to think it, you have to suffer it. You got that old Matronex?
That's so good.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye, Lexi.
God,
Okay. 12-hour relief there, buddy.
And, you think that Jalaxel might, whilst would never be able to gain any sway with the priestesses of Lolth, might make a play to be the first patriarch of the house, if given the opportunity.
Do we want that?
Do we?
Or he'll just, but I mean, he'll the information at least will definitely get you passage back to meet him in Mensabaranzan.
Oh fuck. We have the best opportunity to meet Jalaxel that we've ever had. And in fact,
Yeah.
Corbin, if we play our cards right, we might be able to get the hat too.
Just-
You stop your shenanigans right now, Mike. Don't you pull me into this shit.
Corbin's already too busy trying to keep their tail under control in this shop.
No, it's my hair. My tail is fine. It's,
It's
my
the hair,
hair that
yeah.
is.
My bad.
This is my hair. But see, I just got this tail. Leave it alone. It's already
Tail pickpockets.
technically poisoned.
The hair
tail.
shoplifts.
Yeah, my hair shoplifts. My tail has a small homicide problem. I have problems. Keep them straight.
It's a full 5-finger discount. Come on. Either way, I mean, in all seriousness, we have the greatest opportunity to bargain with Jalaxel yet. We've always been behind on Jalaxel. Jalaxel's always had agents, always had us one step away from all the information he has. We have an opportunity to come back now and really make a play here, and potentially leverage his resources, either to get everyone out of Menzoberranzan, or to get us to a place where Menzoberranzan wouldn't be compromised without the prying eyes of the matron mothers. If we summon all of them, the demon princess.
We have multiple things that we can offer him so that he can calm down at the very least and take our offer seriously. Might be able to get a few more perks out of it as well. I might be able to make my mother shut the fuck up. And by that I mean, like, if our group starts working with his group, then superpower.
Dan interrupts. He's like, speaking of working with, might I charge you with certain ambassadorial responsibilities?
Yes. Corbin gets that business look on their face, though, when they're like, yes, yes, you can. And they step forward and, like, start make whatever deal it is kind of going to be done in the way of, like, their family kind of a thing. Like, yes, we can.
If there is an opportunity to make connections with the surface world and trade established to rival these Brigandef clowns, then I'm willing to put a bit of a down payment on the situation. And he reaches under the counter and puts up this bizarre-looking crossbow.
This your lucky day. My specialty is making those guys look stupid.
And he looks, he's like, what is the manner of your organization?
We are, quite frankly, jacks of all trades. If there's something you need to get across, be it a message or an item, me and my family would be able to get it across safely or lead it somewhere you want it to be found.
Which Glabagul like confirms that, because you know they experienced all that when you were together, and Dan takes Glabagul's word for it. You know, trusts Glabagul's word. Excellent. Well, I don't have any hugely destructive items, but it looks like you've been doing some shopping, and I do find that maneuverability on the battlefield is just as important.
I agree.
And he gives you the crossbow of portals.
What? Did you like cut out for me? What did he give us?
I paused. The crossbow of portals.
Buns. It's a D&D portal gun. It's a D&D portal gun.
I promise you I'm making noise. I just think I'm peeking the mic.
Everyone, do check out Dan Khan's work. The Wild Space Treasury has a fantastic bunch of Spelljammer magical items, which can also be used for shenanigans in other campaigns.
Layla Zuka.
Now, Dan asks Glabagal to show you the way, and you... Let's see, where would this...
Are we able to browse some of the other wares?
Do you have any money left?
I
do.
have money.
Right, it's like a meanwhile.
It's
Like you're just like
you spent
browsing. We'll go
thousands
and we'll
last week. Thanks to the
Yeah,
bar.
while
And
they
I
were
still
there,
have
we're shopping.
thousands.
Jesus
We-
Christ.
Oh,
we have
wait,
been a
there's
very
more.
frugal party.
Well,
There-
You
there
rarely
were
give
no-
us a
nowhere to
shopping
shop,
day.
yeah.
We hoard.
Practically
There,
dragons.
there were
over
2
here.
items that I was interested in.
Mhm.
So you can tell me if they're there and how much they may cost.
That's the problem. Yeah, we don't have prices for the treasury.
No,
But yeah,
and
go for
it's
it.
free. So one, I was wondering if there was a certain iridescent, crystalline-looking lyre, cosmic winds, hanging out somewhere.
I know that one very well.
As a player of the lyre.
Please hold.
You're gonna love it. You are going to absolutely love it.
Let's see.
Grandma's
Kind
been hoarding. I've got some gold on me.
You're
Let's
sitting
just
on
say I'm
that
glad we're not
inheritance.
playing with the optional coin weight rule.
Oh, that would be no encumbrance. No, thank you.
Where is it?
And I guess while you're looking, I was also interested potentially in the starlight focus.
Let's see here. Sorry folks, bear with us. Just trying to figure out what's going on here.
The last vestiges of shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is... these kind of items get really expensive.
Hmm.
Like a similar Instruments of the Bards lyre, same rarity, is
Wondrous rare.
yeah, is 30,000.
Ooh.
Shoot, no.
So
I'm
what
just
about
hearing
the
that.
the focus then? The wondrous uncommon.
A focus.
Yeah, starlight focus. Particularly good for radiant damage.
Let's see. Focus.
Just while Kayla and Corbin are talking, Zakan's poking around.
Yeah.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
Buns, I'm gonna put something in chat, and I'm so sorry that this is too expensive for us. But I knew you would have loved it. That's two. Okay, give me a second.
Let's see. They don't have any focuses in here. I think, yeah, that would be about 6,000.
Well,
Put
funny
it
you should say that.
same as a pearl of power kind of level of things.
Yeah, since it involves re-rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 6,000 is about what I have.
Cool.
So
if you, on your
mhm.
character sheet, just create a custom item and copy and paste that, because there's no mechanics that will change any like calculations on your D&D Beyond rolls. So just have it there.
So I
and
think
remember that's the case. Yeah.
During the tattooing session, they had unwrapped their arms, which look like they've actually healed up kind of nicely, except for being old and scarred and wrinkly. But they see this sort of hand ornamental thing, which is a ring and some chains, and different to the source book. I think it has like a lunar motif going on, because we've got that.
Absolutely.
And they sort of look at it and feel this celestial power coming off of it, and say, how much for this?
And Dan kind of gives you a spiel about how it's perfect for a Sulu night, and one of a kind. You don't find them anywhere else. And so 6,000 is the going rate.
Feels like it has something that could damage a demon lord a little more nicely. And they just plop down like somewhere out of their many folds of robes and things like that. Plop down a heavy like chunk.
Excellent. I mean, you can make it platinum pieces. So, or say you've got you. I mean, I think the thing with like the best way to like ignore coin weight is to just hand wave that at some point you transferred it into gems. Very expensive gems. Yeah. Okay, so you grab yourself that. So make a note of that.
Nice.
Everyone else okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you leave the markets and head north through the outskirts of that low city area to the northern edge of the Rock of Brawl up here, where there's some parkland on the edge of a section called the Burrows, which is where a lot of the gnomes are located. And you kind of catch your breath a bit and look nervous as Glabagul, just Goblin King, walks over the edge, just pivots over, and disappears.
Oh. Parting.
So, always sad when someone can't handle the burden of life anymore.
There's a con.
Dad.
You just hear it. Are you coming?
Mm-hmm.
And as you get closer to the edge, you see that there are some ropes down off the edge, because it's not because the rock's big enough that you can't just step over the edge and keep the have the gravity reverse immediately. Like on a ship you could, because it's small enough. You can just walk under the ship and back around to the top, because the gravity's always towards the center of the ship. But on the Rock of Brawl, you would fall halfway down, and then pendulum back and forth for a while before settling at that midpoint. But it would be quite terrifying. But so there are ropes, and as you kind of grab onto the ropes and start lowering yourself down, you do start to feel the direction of the gravity shift as you get lower and lower on the cliff face, and you find yourselves at the mouth of some caves. And Glabagul says, if we go in here, we can gets to where Brig and Death have their private docks. And he leads you into the rough stone tunnel, which looks natural.
Is
Cave
there
system.
a code word or phrase that we should use when we get there to let them know we're friendly?
None that I know of. You said you had information that will get you entrance?
Information, yes, but there's some things you need to keep close to the chest. I'm sure you're aware we need to be conscientious of the kind of information that we share, even way up here in the tiers of salute.
You are at their mercy, mate. If you want to get back to the surface, you have to pay the ferryman.
Ah,
I could plane shift us back.
oh shit, you could? That's true?
Yeah, I just assumed you didn't want me to,
Do
do
you?
that again.
You don't have a circle to aim for, do you?
I don't what?
A circle?
A circle?
Within
Last
Menzoberranzas.
time, because you had the arcane circle, the teleportation circle to aim for.
I just plane shifted the spell. That's what got us up here in the first place.
Yeah, it was two Vizarans circle on the spelljammer, right?
Oh yeah,
you
that's how we did it.
thinking-
That's how we did it. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Nice.
I forgot. Ignore me. Redempt the last
mean-
2 minutes.
If you want, though, we could go back to Vizarin and just say we made a mistake, but I think you especially don't want to go back to see Verzin anytime soon.
I'd rather not see him till I know it's the last time I'm going to see him.
That's fair. So,
We have a potentially valuable ally in this Jarlaxle.
okay. So then let's
Halo,
do
do you know if he has any particular interest in Menzoberranzan? I'd rather someone mind the city. There are many innocent people there that don't want to get wrapped up in the destruction.
Can we trust him to be the person that would lead them?
That's what I'm wondering.
Maybe not Jarlaxle per se. Jarlaxle's a businessman.
Okay, but would
But-
Jarlaxle be able to put a good face in charge? If we trust him
That's-
to pave the way for someone trustworthy?
That's the question.
Hey, Kayla, you
Well.
want to be the new patriarch of Menzoberranzan? I have to be Spore Jesus. You also get responsibility.
Ha ha, responsibility.
You too.
But
No.
hold on. Yeah, Anastasia, if I'm
And
going
so
to
just
be a
let's go with the
patriarch,
rope. Bye.
Anastasia, no! Why is there a supernova? Oh, that's just Anastasia getting around.
That just
I'll
sounds
see
like
you
a
when I
re-entry
orbit.
in the Earth's atmosphere.
It's like a young gift. Look, mommy, a shooting star.
It's just Halley's Comet, but it's Anastasia just floating through wild space.
Where do we land, John?
Well, Glabagul shows you the way through, and then he leaves you before you get there because he can't be seen to know where it is. And you guys are free to proceed on to the entrance.
We should probably
Man,
make this look.
no one is still wolves, huh?
One more
I'm
time?
just saying, last time we did this, we accidentally killed your matron. So let's go talk to Jarlaxle. Like,
She ain't my matron. She killed my matron.
I didn't vote for her. I didn't vote for her. I didn't vote for her.
Well, we should probably make this formal. I mean, Corbin, honestly, if anyone has the ability both diplomatically and charismatically, I think you should be the one to at least negotiate with them.
Give me my talking points. What am I trying to prove to him so that I don't just go on there willy-nilly and then somehow end up in charge of something?
Could say we have vital information regarding developments in house, his house specifically.
Your house.
My house. Oh shit, are we still using our cover? Fuck.
We can't still be using our cover. That's what got us into the hullabaloo last time.
Wait, does Corbin still look like a Draza?
No.
Could you imagine though?
Yeah, Taylor, you think it's a good
Thank
idea?
you.
You do the talking.
All right, I'll be diplomatic about it.
I don't mind
I'll
being
just-
diplomatic. You just gotta tell me what the hell I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
Well-
be blunt with him, but I think it's better if a negotiation is handled by him.
I'm just
Menzo,
gonna make sure he sees my
you
hands
too.
at all times, so he can't accuse me.
Menzo Branson agents are, they're less, xenophobic than the they're up on the surface world all the time and stuff. So they're
People seem to like Kalo, though.
much better to deal with than the matriarchs and stuff.
I suppose I could. Well, just thinking of Raven's Rock. If we say there's developments in House Byron Ray that would be of vital importance to Jarlaxle, things that regard the upper echelon and hierarchy, without giving away exactly what we've done, that should get us at least back home and an urgent meeting with Jarlaxle.
Okay,
I don't want to. But
I was just gonna ask the Khan, how do we elegantly say, I know something you don't know, so that we can go home?
Oh, I don't.
How do I
No,
say
if
that
I'm
in
the-
an email?
The best person to ask about that, I would just say, I know something that you don't know.
as petty as the rest of us.
Is this the Khan, please?
But Kalo has a way with words, and
Mhm.
well, what was it you said about him, Corbin, that he's candy for the eyes?
He is a very
Everyone
nice-
likes candy.
Everyone likes candy.
Now I want sweets.
Girl.
We'll get some rock candy when we
Eat
get down
something.
there.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break, y'all. Lexi needs-
Lexi can have a burger and some candy.
What have we done?
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
So you discuss between yourselves and make your way along the passage, and it opens out into like a cavern, but that falls away before the edge of the ceiling, so that the floor of the place is more regressed inside the cavern. And you see that some docks have been made there, and there are a couple of sleek-looking spelljammers moored there, and there are Regan Death drow agents unloading one of them, and guards positioned around. And you can see an entrance to a deeper facility at the back of the docks.
Okay. I don't think we're trying to be sneaky or anything. I want to cause or raise any suspicion.
Okay. So I think we'll approach. I can lead, if that's okay with the group, and just kind of walk over to the guards. I understand you're Jarlaxle's men.
So you just openly step out into the space.
Yeah, openly, and then talk to the nearest guard, maybe in a low voice, just to kind of not raise suspicion to anyone else in the docks.
You're spotted before you get that close, and they're just like, "Who are you? Where have you come from? This is a private facility."
If we were to tell you exactly where we came from, you wouldn't believe us in the first place. But know that we have some vital information and news that will help Jarlaxle. We are acquaintances, working partners, and then we'll see this all in Undercommon.
And the use of his name and the fact you haven't seen any other drow up here. You've seen astral elves, but there weren't any drow up here apart from these Bregan Death. So you think that they assume that you're, that you're an agent of Bregan Death, and they just they didn't see you arrive, because there's
Right.
there's shifts and people on things in there. And so he says, I see. Please come with me. And escorts you into the base. He's like, are you returning?
Yes, it was a special mission provided to us from the upper echelon. Jalaxer wanted to keep it under wraps, so I cannot get into many of the details. But we want to inform Jalaxer that the shakeup has occurred. It is time for him to act.
Then time is of the essence. Will your associates be okay back home? Watch out, it's one of those dangerous space hounds.
Space Hound.
Space hound.
They are very friendly when you get to know them. These
I have a name.
acquaintances, as you call them, they are
Have a name.
particularly important to this mission. And I think Jalaxer would be very appreciated if you were to help their expediency back to Menzoberranzan as well.
Very well. Well, present this to the guards on the other side. And he gives you a platinum token with the symbol of Brigand Death on it. And they lead you into the facility. It's a small but pretty well set up facility that they've got here. Clearly just trying to branch out into these newfound markets. And there is a chamber with basically like almost like a Stargate looking portal, but it doesn't have to lock in a sequence. It's just always on. It's just like this shimmering kind of watery like surface in the center of the frame. And he says, please make your way through and present yourself to the guards on the other side, and you will be within the city. No, you know that, of course. I'm sorry.
Liberty to you and your brothers. May all see the surface once again, and we'll lead everyone through.
And you just one way on through, and you get that strange kind of sensation of being yanked by the innards through the space intervening between the Rock of Brawl and Menzoberranzan.
Just the look on Lexi's face. Coming back to the chaos.
The scene
Worked
of
out pretty
crime,
well.
if you will. Let me just delete this Quenthal Baronry token.
Oh,
As you should.
Won't be needing that anymore.
Won't be needing that anymore.
So long,
I just
you
like to think-
religious zealot slave trader.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I mean, actually,
Her,
luckily,
her fate was sealed when she was like, "Oh, I don't care if everyone dies in service to Loth." Zakan was like,
yeah.
"All right."
Us coming down here to clean up Menzoberranzan, like, just killing her. I work hard to make this house a home.
Now, actually, the good news is you appear on the exact opposite side of the city from the scene of the crime, as you're about as far away from the ruling houses as you can be. As you appear back, almost where you started your arrival in Menzoberranzan, in the locations between Lolth's Web and Westrift there, and you appear again in a subterranean stone-clad chamber, and there are Brigand Death guards here, and they raise light crossbows.
we'll present the platinum.
The leader of the group checks it, like bites it. Okay. Olympic medal. And he's like, "Welcome home. What is it you need? And
It is
like
good to be-
the irony of that statement like hits you quite heavy, Kalo, as this is the basement of your family home, as was.
Yeah, there's like a moment of pause for sure. It's sort of this weird, awkward moment before he kind of comes back to his senses. Brother, I am glad to see you have held everything down. We are here to speak specifically to Charles Axel, the top secret mission he is on, alongside my associates here. We need to report to him of the utmost urgency. The house binary, it is important. This will affect all the men of Branzan, and
Is this related
must
to
be
what
the first to
happened
know.
yesterday?
Anastasia immediately turns around, just.
unfortunately, this is business for Charles Axel to know and for him to disseminate down to you. But trust me when I say it is of vital importance.
Well, at such a turbulent time, he is of course in the strategy room.
We'll bow, I think. And it's going to be a very awkward, like, I don't know how to best describe it. Thanks, Corbin. So it's going to be very awkward. It's like basically a realtor selling their own house. But leads the group kind of up. And there are moments, especially I think you guys would see, he kind of just takes a moment to pause. Doesn't really say much unless you ask him, but like he kind of just takes a moment to pause, and there's like overwhelming sense of negativity being here. So maybe like a sallow face as he does.
Yeah. And you make your way up out of the cellars and into the more familiar upper levels. It looks completely different. You know that when your house was destroyed, this place would have been completely gutted and vastly destroyed itself. But Brigand Death has redecorated in a nice, not luxurious, but nice kind of look to the place. And you see people coming and going. Someone looking suspiciously, they might be headed in the right direction with like some documents and things, official-looking things. You kind of tag along, and you go into what was once a grand dining room, from your memory, Kalo. And you see a large table, but wider than a dining table, and with various charts and documents, things strewn across it. There is a large, comfy-looking chair, just shy of looking like a throne, at the far end of the table, on a little raised area, where your matriarch would have sat. Like how high up in the family were you? Like how directly descended to connected to the matriarch were you?
Not far. His mother was just a soldier, so this would all be like foreign to him.
Right. You recognize the layout, having come in a couple of times, but just as you were on guard duty or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way in there, and they're dressed very nicely in subtle, lit, classy leathers, and with a fabulous hat, Corbin, still, for now. With its long feather. The hat is currently placed on the table itself, and leaning with both hands on the table, looking fairly flummoxed and stressed compared to normal, is said Jarlax Sylvainry.
Is it just Jarlaxle, or is anyone else in the room? Just
there
I guess.
there are a few lieutenants, like Brigand Death lieutenants as well.
think we'll.
And that person,
bow to
the person you were
lieutenants.
following, kind of goes up and puts the documents down, which makes him look up, and his eyes immediately snap past that messenger and onto you. He's like, "You." Sorry, go on. Muted.
Who is he doing that to? Who are you and me? Who?
Like the
What
group,
bills you pay in this house to be shouting like that?
the group of you, because he remembers. Well, three of you. He remembers.
Okay, all right.
He remembers the three of you from Guntelgrim.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I was like, we're gonna go see him. I was like, you. Hi.
What a coincidence!
Yes. My men battled rival houses. Giant goblin-infested battle spiders. Werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
To try and bring you here. And then you just emerge from the cellar?
To be fair,
Universe
this
is weird
is not.
sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, this is not unlike us at all.
Surprise!
You're welcome.
It's not your place anymore. It's rude to just flounce around the place.
And we were technically invited in.
They're like vampires like that.
He looks at you shrewdly, checking. He's like, potentially, yeah, they could be.
Especially Anastasia, just like, wait, shit.
And he does. He's like, you, the fabulous, lit, dangerous-looking one. You, I do not know.
They're new.
What is this wild thing you have brought to our household?
Oh, we haven't picked a name for him yet, but I think I'm gonna go with Chunkers.
He walks past you and extends a hand to Anastasia.
Oh,
Jalexel Benry, head of Bragan Death. Currently mildly flustered. And you are?
Anastasia, no last name.
Madame, no last name. It is an absolute pleasure. Might I
As
suggest?
he takes her hand, he notices how disgustingly cold she is. Like he just grabbed an ice cube, just like.
He's like,
It's kind of wet.
he's like,
Yo,
he's like-
you did ice cube, and I'm like, make it worse. It's kind of wet. No one knows what.
he pulls away. C'est vrai? C'est un vampire? Sorry, elle est vampire?
Mm-hmm. Like you into
I'd
some
be
weird stuff.
I'd be careful, Jalaxel, with those hands. They've done much worse to much more powerful people, especially in your family.
Anastasia kind of just turns away a little bit. Just.
He spins and basically cabedons you to the table, Kalo. He's like, what?
Oh!
It's like 45-degree cabedon.
Yeah.
He's like,
me and Anastasia just next to each other, like.
and he's like right up on your grill. And he's just like,
Gonna be writing fan fiction about that later.
he's like,
Quick chat, write the fanfiction.
Right, quick.
tell me, bastard son of a dead house, what do you know about what happened yesterday?
You have that Hamilton Burr aesthetic. I'm gonna mute myself. I can't do that.
Too serious.
Oh, this is funny, Jalaxel. This is the first time you've ever been caught on the back heel, isn't it? Oh, well, we have information. The question is, how important is information about your sister to you?
Is it worth your lives?
Is it worth
If
yours?
you wanted to kill me, you would have. You're here, in this moment, to hear exactly what I have to say.
composes himself, straightens his clothes, and pours a glass of red into a silver goblet. My ears are prepared.
We can give you the long version. My friends here will chime in at any time to correct me, but... Are you familiar with Vizrin? The mad wizard?
My brother? Yes.
Well...
Actually, no, sorry, no, that's not Vizrin. That's the other guy. That's Grumpf.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's like, the disgraced Archmage. He was
And you...
thrown out of Sorcerer, and most think he is dead.
I can fix that.
She can. Believe us.
Oh, I do. I will never
What?
underestimate Wild.
Well, much to the machinations of those in Sorcerer,
It's like,
the Vizrin
put it on
lives.
overlay to your character, right?
Okay.
That's what we're actually seeing. Like bones through the hair. It's like, "Ah." Sorry, man.
You're good. Much to the dismay of Sorcerer, he lives. And in fact, we've been caught on a web of his supposed treachery to the city. You're familiar with all the rumblings of the Abyss, the beasts who've crawled their way here to our home?
We were all, well, mostly in Gontelgrim. Gets to the point.
He had a plan to destroy Menzo Baranzan and get his revenge on Sorcerer by using us to get ingredients that would ultimately bring them all here to destroy this place. But we found ourselves apprehended by your sister, and well, after some poor negotiation, we decided to take a more, how shall we say, explosive route. Your sister is dead.
I'm sorry, Corbin just starts laughing. They can't. They're like, I'm trying.
He he tries to kind of hide a reaction, but only got a 4 on the dice.
Oh no.
So he kind of coughs up a bit of his wine.
Hmm.
I thought. And says more than he means to. I thought she had found out about Grumpf and gone looking. Whew. This changes everything.
We know.
No. There is the smallest chance that this one knows, he points at Kalo. But you do not. You cannot understand the upheaval.
What makes you think I don't?
You were not raised here. You have
Okay.
not studied the culture. We talked extensively in Gontelgrim, if you remember.
You're acting like I killed a god. She sounds like a priestess.
You definitely sounded like a bitch.
Mm.
He nods.
Like,
Brownie
I'm waiting for the
points.
part where you tell us we did something horrible for this place. I'm waiting for the part where you tell us that we did a bad thing.
Oh, I'm way past that point. I'm just trying to think how best to capitalize on the situation.
Okay, good. So you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Sorry, I'm doubling down on the French accent and going for the names of his lieutenants. He's like, Francois! Luis!
Louis!
Luis, fucking Luis.
What I wouldn't give for an Alejandro just once, Josh.
We haven't discovered this kind of Spanish
A Gavroche.
presenting region.
Damn you.
Jorge!
What do you think? The Moonshades? Moonshales?
Laurent.
That'd be an interesting mix if that's how it's
Michel.
going to play out, because the Moonshades.
Michel. Laurent.
The north end of the Moonshades is where we're going to have like the north people up there are going to be the Valican clans from Ghostfire Gaming, the Viking style stuff. So like to have like Scandinavia and Spain presenting areas right next to each other would be interesting. I'm sure Vikings and Catalans will get along just fine. It'd be amazing. Okay, anyway, sorry. He has a hurried, dramatic, whispered conversation with these two lieutenants, and their eyes just go wide. And he's like, "Oui, c'est vrai, allez!" And they dash out. He's like, It's true, get gone. And they dash out on errands. And he turns. So, whilst I set things in motion, what is it that you need to do?
Wait for you to give me a list of all the things you set in motion.
Well, we can certainly negotiate. We just want to be sure that we're on even ground here. Please understand, Tradaxel, that we have no intention of carrying out Vizeran's plots for revenge. We intend to use the machinations that he's developed to summon the demon princes outside of Menzoberranzan to give everyone a fighting chance, and if that's not possible, we were hoping Greg and Dirth could help them escape, so that way they can at least return and not be caught under the heel of this conflict.
And sorry, I forgot to say something, Kayla. With that history check before being as strong, as good as it was,
Yeah.
it's not common knowledge in the city that he is Quetzal's brother. He's not known to be a member of House Baenre. It's that power that allows him to operate as impunity as he does, but that's not common knowledge at all. He says, look, what else happens in the rest of the Underdark, I do not care, but so long as this city is safe and these visitors do not make it to the surface, you have our support. What is the next step? What do you need to do to trigger this?
You got snow I could use?
No, I do not have any snow. What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Disappointing.
Well, that's our plan A. Our plan B. We are supposed to get into the very central Tower of Power, use the information that your dear sister locked away in my head, and unleash all the machinations of Vizeran to summon a spell that will bring all of the demons of the Abyss, the demon lords, here. Our plan initially was supposed to do that, but
that explains some of the chitterings of the little spiders that we heard. It was my sister's plan to frame a disgraced house under the guise of revenge sought after for the failings of her brother, the mistakes of her brother. It was you. I do not think she captured you yesterday. I think she was hoping to put you at the scene of the crime and, what do you say, assure that you were blamed. But now you can go there with my protection. We have more power than all of the lesser houses put together. And we can grease a few palms, talk to the right people, and make sure that your visit to Saucer is easier.
Turns to the rest of the group. Well, do we take the easy way to Saucer? Or do we take our own way?
Does the easier way give us any type of advantage?
Yes.
An element of surprise.
Yes. Now, as has previously been discussed, our little mission into Saucer is going to be run as a Blades in the Dark session.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the main things of Blades in the Dark is your starting position. How much things are in your favor as you begin the mission. And accepting Brigandeth's help will give you a boost there.
To Jarlaxle, Zakan finally speaks up and says, "Your sister was willing to let this entire city and everyone in it burn to further Lolth's deranged quest for power. Can we at least get you a guarantee that, if not a purely altruistic motive, you won't sacrifice the innocent people of this city, that you'll help us do this in a way that saves as many lives as possible? Make whatever money you want, but that's what I care about."
Did I not just say that the safety and the assured survival of this city is one of my main driving factors?
Can I do an insight on that?
If you wish.
I would certainly like to believe him. And I'm going to use a
I
crystal.
can zone of truth his ass if you want.
Okay.
True. Zakan,
I'll-
you feeling a need for some guidance?
I suppose I can guide myself.
That's true. You're like your own
Yeah.
soothsayer.
So yeah, let's do an advantage on some insight here. Ooh. Well, neither are great, but let's add in that D4 and see what happens.
Hey.
Okay. That's a 17 in total.
Okay. He is telling the truth, and from what Kalo told you before, his operation is very heavily linked to Mensa Baranson. And the holdings that he has on the surface world are what they are, but his main connection is here to the city.
Well then, the enemy of my enemy, right? And they hold out for like a good, weapon hand arm clasp.
Oh no, the Predator guy just passed away. No.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Oh, Carl Weathers.
Arm clasp for Carl.
Yeah. Except for neither of us is muscly. Jarlaxle's a twink and Zakon's 100 years old.
Scrawny.
Just delicate
You're
hands.
actually screwing
Yeah,
Caress each
What
other's
is this? The
forearms.
Jarl actual fan fiction episode? What the fuck, guy?
Yeah. This
any
episode was
any
sponsored
session
by
with Jarl
Wattpad.
Axel and it becomes this.
You can't tell me
chat,
he ain't
hit
a
the ship
twink.
names.
Right, where are the ship names? Zarkax,
Wizards. Zarkaxel.
Jarlon,
Talaxle.
Wing Hat,
Wing.
he turns to you,
Mask
Kalo.
and Boots.
He turns to you, Kalo, and says, "You should stay here. Nice to revisit the old place, n'est-ce pas?"
Then I can be your finest critic to see if you have really honored Shalaza or if you have championed something else.
Waste not, want not. And he takes you to a suite of rooms. Yeah, because this was like, you know, a lesser house's compound, but it was a, you know, a full-on house compound here. So you were given a suite of rooms with kind of like a central meeting area between them, like a foyer with cushions and low tables, and you are left to discuss your moves forward as you attempt to get into the Tower of Sorcerer, into Gromfbaenre's inner sanctum, and get your hands upon his grimoire. And I think we'll end a little early there, as I do have to dash off and do something here today, but also because of the manner of Blades in the Dark, we will not be planning anything beforehand. And anything that you want to have done between being shown the suite of rooms and going to the tower will be dealt with in the wonderful flashback system of that game.
Hey, nice.
So I believe that'll make it next week. So join us next week. As I always say, we play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, and we will be delving into that other bracket of things as we will be infiltrating the Tower of the Archmages of Mensa Branson in a Blades in the Dark one-shot next time.
I was going to say it's our first time doing another system on this channel, but I think the chase system was another system too, right? That we used in the last Demon Lord battle? Or was that just a mechanic?
Just a different mechanic, yeah.
Yeah, it was a mechanic.
Yeah. I mean, on the channel we've had Blades in the Dark before, and we've had Deadlands, as well, and Honey Heist. That counts.
Honey Heist, obviously, big one.
Of course.
And also Filthy Peasants, in case if you want to count Filthy Peasants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Filthy.
Well, that's kind of D&D light.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, indeed.
Very fun, very fun.
It was. Okay, thank you everyone. Lots of nice RP stuff there. Lots of lore drops and things. So yeah, that's actually from the module there that QuetzalBaenre is trying to frame Grob's mistakes onto you guys. And of course, Robojacks, yeah, Candela Obscura as well.
So we did the right thing. It's okay, guys.
Yay!
Yeah, that's what my god said.
I knew blowing her up was the right choice.
And not just because I like to blow people up.
We solved the matron puzzle.
We solved your puzzle.
I did it.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much. A pleasure as always. We are going to head off raiding in a little moment, but before we do, let's say goodbye to these fine folks. Over into the far corner there, Zakan. Where can people find you on the material?
Hi, I'm Steven. This is Finnegan, and I have played Zakan, our Aasimar cleric / ranger / grandma, master negotiator never. You can find me here every week on this stream when we're going. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter while it limps along on its final legs at Distant Shores, where I talk about Japan and indie games and things of that nature.
Thank you. And Corbin, you good self.
Muted.
Come back to response.
I know I'm muted. Don't tell me.
Man, if the buttons would listen, I wouldn't be muted. Stupid hotkeys.
Behave.
I mean, hi everybody, I'm Corbin, and when I'm not sassing our DM for no reason, or collecting all of the whimsical little creatures that they throw our way thinking they'll be scary or intimidating, and they just end up being my fluffy chili kaboo. I'm on my own channel, which honestly should possibly be a little bit more active because I found a way to hide my face. I have VTuber now. So I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more because I don't have to worry about what I look like.
I draw.
You can find me over there on Battle Scar Bunny here on Twitch or Honey Buns over on Twitter. I will never call it X. You can fight me.
Like an old boomer.
Like, I can't do.
No,
Back in my
likewise.
day was back in
Likewise.
my
What the
day it was a bird.
It's the only thing I'll dead name on.
But I have people have
Like a boomer with pronouns.
Hey! If Elon wants to dead name his kid, I'll dead name his website. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
people have
Anyways.
started dropping the formerly Twitter. It's like no,
Formerly,
stop,
no,
don't
the app
normalize-
formerly known
don't
as Twitter.
normalize it X.
Oh yeah, Japan in particular. This
You know how
goes
many
with
people
X
would
now.
kill for the
Mhm.
fucking branding of tweet? Like
Mhm,
what?
mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they got their own
Fucking
verb. for God's
dumbass.
sake, yeah.
Anyways.
I just can't wait until we all get our new welcome gifts for whatever new site we all like. The migration
Blue
back
Sky
to
doesn't
Tumblr
need a
will be
code
sore.
anymore. Everyone can just go on Blue Sky now.
Ah, cool.
Blue Sky is now open.
Okay. Kalo, you good stuff, please.
Friends, hi. I am 1/4 of the hot fan fiction you were listening to tonight. You can't find me here on Wednesdays. You will find me every other Saturday. Fandelver and below. I will never see the light of day again.
Thank you, Connie. And Anastasia.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex and Smallbird Art. I do commissions, I do art, I do streaming, I do TTRPG. I'm here on Wednesdays, as you are here right now. And you can check me out on Saturdays on Sir Peppers to see me play my beefy barbarian, rocking like 300 damage if you want to see me do triple digit damage all the time. What else am I doing right now? I think that's it right now. Yeah.
Thank you.
And speaking of VTubers, I've done PNG models for art stuff too. You guys want to start streaming and you don't want to show your face and do your makeup and your hair all the time? Like, come to me. I'll make a little PNG tuber for you, and you can stream all the time and have a cute little avatar.
Thank God this face takes so long.
The effort that you put on yourself for us, we appreciate.
Thank you kindly, thank you kindly. And we are Phoenix Wake. We play lots of D&D and other TTRPGs, especially next week. And we will be back very, very soon. Jump into our Discord if you're not there already to get news of anything going on and sneak peeks of things. And we'll see you later in the week. Speaking of sneak peeks, we'll be back on Friday with our sneak peek preview playthrough of the fabulous Jacenta's Tyranny, for which I just received the penultimate chapter from CZRPG. Their upcoming adventure as our friends return from the Feywild and back into the land of Jacenta, battling against the tyrannical regime there. And then we'll be back in Port Nyanzaru on the Jungle Peninsula of Chult to continue and finish up their mystery investigation that they've been doing there, looking into the backstories that have overlapped a little there before they head out once more into the jungle to deal with said Tomb of Annihilation. And then it'll be back here in Minsaboransen for a special one-off game of Blades in the Dark as our adventurers here infiltrate the Tower of Sorcerre in search of Grumpbenray's grimoire. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Thank you all so much. Very much excited to try some new stuff and have some fun next time, as we always do. But shout outs to those lovely folks that help us keep the lights on here. Please do check out all of their cool stuff in those links right there. Special shout outs to the first link there, our wonderful friends over at DM Charlie Gaming, an awesome Discord of fantastic professional DMs ready to take you off on adventures, and just a wonderful community to hang out in and share advice and be there all the time. So definitely give that a click, get in there. and check out all the stuff from those other fine folks as well. Okay, thank you everyone. Let us head off and cheers, Phantom. Let's go and raid into our good friends over at Folk and Myth. And our friend Bleak Season and buddies are over there. So let's go and check out what they're doing. But that's all for today. Thank you, everybody. Stick around for the raid if you've got them. Let those phoenixes fly. And until next time, as I say around these parts, bonsoir.
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 Oyasumi.